Okay, so we're at our first location, which is the Parish Hall in Sawbridgeworth. We can't actually get in today.
Yeah, you need to access the keys. However, we can check out the outside. There's online pictures, looking in the windows and stuff like that, just to see if it would be an ideal location for some of our action shots.
At the moment, it looks really nice. We could possibly film just around the front or around the sides, like maybe of people running towards it, away from it, signifying, oh, it got away from Victor.
Yeah, and one of the good things that we found so far about it is that it's quite dark. There is limited amount of windows, and one of the conventions of an action adventure is like the darkness of it, and like representing a more darker theme as well, which is really good with this location. And another positive is that it's not too big as well. One of the other locations that we're looking at is the Sawbridgeworth Memorial Hall, which has a capacity for 1,000 people. And it would be quite hard to make it look smaller, whereas in this building we have like access to different rooms, making it appear more like Victor's Mansion, the location that we're aiming for. So we're currently in the Sawbridgeworth St Mary's Church, as looking at it for one of our locations.
It's quite big, quite echoey, so it might pick up weirdly if we did film it.
Yeah, one of the good things about it though is that it would be good to represent religious themes and like the ideals that come with Christianity, to represent different religions.
However, like The Exorcist was put at a higher rating because of going against religion. We don't want our film to suffer the same consequences.
No.
Therefore we're thinking maybe not filming here.
Yeah, it's very large as well, so it would be difficult to create a set that we want and without certain objects that we wouldn't want to move. For example, there's like chairs everywhere and an organ, which although would emphasise the enormity of Victor's wealth, it's not ideal.
It's a bit weird for someone to own an organ as well.
Yeah,
it doesn't really fit.
And a church. So yeah, we're thinking we'll cancel this one out. So we've just come out of the Sawbridgeworth Memorial Hall for looking at it for one of our locations.
It's quite big and spacious, which means that we'd be able to do quite a lot of long shots. But because it is quite big, we don't know if it's quite suitable for some of the more intimate shots.
Yeah, the space is very large, so it would be really difficult to make it appear smaller. Like for a set in like a mansion, although the space is really good, it's not one that would be able to be changed at all.
Also, I don't know if Kate is able to show you, but there's windows and doors all the way down the side. It is very bright inside, and we'd have to bring extra props to make it darker to see.
Yeah, a form of and convention of action adventure films is the dark shots, like often with low-key lighting. So we'd have to bring, because there is no curtains either, so we'd have to bring our own equipment and stuff to block out the light, which would be very difficult at the time of day that we plan to film.
It's also quite expensive to hire out for the amount of time we need it. We don't know if our budget can quite stretch that far.
Yeah, as the venue is so big, it's a lot more expensive than the other examples we've looked at, for example the Parish Hall, so that's definitely another negative that we'll need to consider.
We're only young, we don't have that much money.
No. But yeah, so I think we may be ruling out the Sawbridgeworth Memorial Hall. So we've just come out of Quendon Hall.
It's a really nice location actually. However, there is a wedding going on, so we can't really film inside.
We've had a look round, but we're not allowed to film inside because of the wedding. And we thought it was a really, really good location with a really good set for a mansion.
There's like a grand staircase which we can film, like the entering of Victor. Yeah,
from our storyboards we plan to have a shot of Victor walking down a grand staircase, and there's a really good one in here. We took some pictures of it. And yeah, it's looking really good for a location. They've got a great field as well, and really good stuff we could get. Well, yeah, it looks like a lot of land that someone would own. And we also
the establishing shot. It was really
good. That's the one I was going to talk about.
There's like a little what's it called? The
fountain. Oh, fountain. There's a fountain outside the front.
There's a fountain.
Looks amazing, and we want the establishing shot to be at night, so it'll be really good to see what that looks like at night as well.
Yeah.
And we really like it, the fact that there's different rooms everywhere and things like that. But yeah.
filming.
It's good.
So we're just turning up to Downhall, which is one of our last locations we're going to look at today.
Looks lovely so far.
It does, it's very green. Okay,
Oh.
so this is our first impression of the house. It looks amazing. It's big, it's quite bright. You see some chandeliers in the window. We're just going to find the car park so we can film it. Cool. Okay, so we're coming around the back of the building at the moment, and we're starting to think it just looks too like happy for the theme we're going for.
We're looking for a more sinister location, and at the moment it seems quite bright and vibrant with all the flowers and stuff, and it's not quite what we're looking for,
But-
although it is quite mansion-like.
But we'll keep updated. Okay, so we're outside. We've had a look inside. It's quite nice, but the biggest downfall here.
There is the logo is posted all around the hotel. It's on the stairs, it's on the trees, and that would be very difficult for us to edit out.
And I'm not really too like pleased with this location. It does look nice, but it's just not what we're looking for.
Yeah, it's less mansion-like and definitely seems more like a hotel, whereas with Quendon, which we visited, it's definitely more adaptable to making it appear like the set we want it to be and create the right meaning for the audience.
It doesn't look very home-like either.
No.
I don't think someone would live here, and that's what we're trying to make happen. So I think this is a no.
Yeah, confirmed no.
Cool.